Hello, we're here at IBS 2026. I'm here with Joe Shimp. He's got a booth with the NFBA. Well, tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing and all that you have going on.
Yeah, so I'm here on behalf of the National Frame Building Association, and we decided we wanted a booth this year with the, especially with the barndominium craze and people wanting residential uses for post frame buildings. It's always been there, but it's becoming more prominent. So we felt that we should have a presence at the Home Builder Association show.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are familiar now with barndominiums, the idea of post frame, but from your perspective, what are some of the biggest advantages of using that?
Flexibility in design, using that post diaphragm with engineered trusses above, It's awesome. I mean, it gives you expansive space, tall ceilings, things that can be done with other methods, but are just not as efficient and easy. So it's just an awesome starting place with the post frame structures.
And you have a background in all sorts of construction. It's not just post frame.
Correct.
So tell us a little bit about what you do there.
Traditionally, I came from more of the steel concrete construction world and started there, but then moved more into wood and post frame construction. Been in post frame now for quite a while. When it comes to the post frame solutions, efficiency, economy, speed, getting that building under roof, using the components that we can put together quickly to build a well engineered product, I think is something that the nation needs from an industry. And anything we can do to increase the quality of those buildings and the performance, all about it.
Yeah. And so at the show, while you're here, what are some of the most interesting products or innovations that you've seen?
I am wowed by the booths. I will say that first and foremost.
From a construction standpoint, it's incredible.
I really have no reason to go look at all the restroom, kitchen, bath stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I guess everyone does, but I'm just like standing there amazed more at every part of that booth construction.
Yeah.
So I will say that to credit them for an awesome setup. But I really enjoyed also just seeing some of the other engineered wood products that are here. Also looking at exterior opportunities. I've seen a lot of rain screen stuff here, which can be applied to post frame buildings. I've seen every kind of siding you can imagine, roofing materials. So I really enjoyed that part. I like the technical stuff too, and there's some new components. I saw some cool safety stuff at the show. So it's if you want to find it and it's related to construction at this show, you're going to find it.
Yeah, from our perspective, we've been able to connect with just so many people who are rethinking how they can approach construction.
Yeah.
And I think, the post frame side of it is only one aspect of it.
Yeah.
And then like you were saying, you have the shell, you have some of these other technologies that can go either on the walls or inside the building. So when we think about post frame, it's a great natural fit with the component side of things.
Yes.
Where you're building these large clear span trusses and maybe even giving you some flexibility in if they're scissor trusses, or if you've got other floors, or the ability to kind of create different designs that are more efficient.
Yeah, and I think that's the cool thing especially for the barndo type places. Like there are small barndos, call that a farmhouse barndo or whatever, but especially when you get into those larger barndominiums, when you can give people a 50, 60-foot span with a scissor truss, you already built maybe a 16-foot sidewall, a 20-foot sidewall.
Yeah.
You're creating something like no other. This is a home that is amazing, and with today's technology and all the other products, even engineered into the trusses or whatever, you can allow for proper insulation. You can allow for HVAC if you need to. You can work through the loadings so you can use them. And I think the benefit is, okay, we're getting this done off-site, pre-done as much as possible without weather. I always say in the barndo world, especially, any building, could be commercial, the faster you can get out of the weather for fitting out the interior, the better. So obviously you compare a 1 day or 2 day truss set versus 3 weeks to rafter a building, no brainer.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about how people can get involved in the NFBA and
so
the opportunities there.
The exciting thing for us being at this show here and representing post frame, we were amazingly just surprised at how many people are interested. And it's been cool. It's been people that want to be builder members, but even more so, it's been the members that participate in some form or function of our industry that are like, wow, we should be there. We should be at your show. We should be participating with you. I see the list of people who are here. So it's an awareness campaign, I would say, that's working out. The booth being here is just making us relevant to some maybe people who are in that home building, interested in post framing and other components of that, which has been really just it's been, I just can't believe how many people came by the booth.
That's
I
great.
mean, it's been a very positive reaction, and I'm certain that we're going to gain members from being here.
So thank you for stopping by. You know,
Sure.
we had a long conversation about all sorts of things the other day, so I wanted to sit down and just capture some of that and see how, you know, just working together with different associations and different people in the building industry can really lift everyone.
I thank you, and the NFBA thanks you guys for taking this time, as well as individually. We were excited to participate, and glad to see you guys here, and we'll see you again next week.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.